guys, welcome to the second installment of the Automobile Sutras. We're going through the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and we're on number 2. So, the second Yoga Sutra in this section is Yoga's chittavritti nirodha. Yoga's chittavritti nirodha. Now there's a lot more being said there than there was in the last one, huh? So, yoga, so we're talking about yoga again, right? We're talking about all yoga, not just Bendy yoga. Let's keep that in mind. So it's yoga that leads to the awareness of the Supreme Self, regardless of what method we're taking, right? There's various limbs of yoga. We'll get into that later. So yoga means yoga. Chittavritti, right? Chitta is like the mind stuff, all the memories that you've collected in the midbrain that are essentially, that would be chitta. And vritti is the arising of thought, the movement that comes from that storehouse, the electronic brain, if you will, the electronic memory bank that holds all the great things that have happened to us in this life, maybe beyond, who knows. But it's the waves that come from that, right? The constant, incessant, here's this, here's that. Nirodha is cessation or suppression or elimination. So it's the stoppage of all that. So with that, we're looking at yoga is the elimination, annihilation, and suppression of the modifications of the mind. And if you think about that for a while, and really look at your life, how much trouble just what we spin our wheels on, how much that causes us. I mean, if it's not all of the trouble, I mean, surely bad things happen in our life, but how much worse do we make them just from spinning out on this set of wavy things that comes through our mind that many of us have trouble accepting that that's not us, that's not who we are. It's happening. It's a phenomenon that you're aware of, but it's not you. Can you imagine you existing without that constant battering of thoughts based off the memory of this life? I have no problem seeing that at all. I don't think you do either. So maybe it's time that we take a hard look and try to start being more aware of what's passing through, being more aware of the chittavritti of our own, and really trying to cast aside the things we don't need. You know, it's like we have a computer on top of our neck and we swear that it's us. And the smarter thing to do, I think, is to just look at it and watch what passes through and use what's good and trash what's not. And it's really that simple. And I find that meditation and just the awareness of this, even if you don't meditate, but meditation makes it even easier, but you're getting a little space between yourself, your actual self, and these chittavritti movements, right? So the point of this week's sutra, I believe, is that yoga, the true, when we're connected with whatever you want to call it, our divine self, the everything, when you realize that you are one with everything around you, you can begin to release these chittavritti, right? You can let it go or use it as necessary, just like you would use your computer. You don't take everything that pops up on a web browser as what you've got to do. God, we'd all have so much garbage in our houses, we wouldn't know what to do with it if we bought every single thing that something told us that we needed it. This computer up here is really not much different. It loves to throw garbage in front of you to get you spun up on, you know? So the point today is the cessation of that, the suppression of it, and the elimination of it is really going to be in our best interest if we're looking to achieve yoga. There you have it, folks. Yoga Sutras, Sutra number 2. We'll be back next week with Sutra number 3. There's links down below if you need a book of your own. Also about that, I have not been able to find, I bought this edition at an actual event. It was a meditation event, and I have not seen this particular one since then. So what I've included in the links this week and last week are the closest I can find to this, and some other options. It's really not going to matter which one you go through too much. I mean, obviously try to get more than one under your belt if you can to see the differences, but I think if you're really truly understanding the meaning of the original Sanskrit words and starting to, assemble some ideas of what those things mean together, I think you're on the road to something really helpful for you. So there you go. Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. See, this is what happens when you're American and you have to read these crazy words that are just hard. So I hope I said all that stuff correctly. I'm not promising. Please correct me below if you'd like to. And also please like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this for a while, and I hope you get something out of it. Throw me some comments, man. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious. Thank you guys. Have a great week. Automobile Sutras. Woo! Peace out.